Buying for a gamer can be tough, especially gamers that seemingly already bought everything they could want the day it was released. That's where this holiday gift guide comes in, where I'll run through my top picks and various price ranges for the gamer that seemingly has everything. And I'll even throw some random specialty items at the end. So hey guys, it's Hunt for Games, and with the holidays already upon us, plenty of people I know are asking what the perfect gift ideas for their gamer might be, which I know can be tough. So I'll run down a list of stuff in the $20, $50, and $100 range, and then some specialty stuff at the end for the gamer that seemingly doesn't want anything. So let's kick it off with the $20 range. The lamest gift idea I'm going to throw out all day is still good advice. If your gamer just got a new console, or hint hint, you know they're getting one, consider a gift card for whatever system they're going to be playing on. Some games these days are only released digitally, meaning you can't buy them in a store, and a lot in that category are under $20. While you may think you've gotten that killer game that everyone's getting, there's a good chance they're still excited and dying for another cool title that you haven't even heard anything about and can only be bought digitally. On the other hand, if they definitely already have every game they could possibly dream of, this is a great price range to get them some cool memorabilia that they may not be thinking about. From my perspective, I spend all my gaming budget on the games and hardware that I play them on. I'm not really thinking about like interior decorating the space. But the gaming space can be just as important as the games themselves, and believe me, they're probably not focusing on that. For the Nintendo fans, Amiibos look amazing, only cost $10 to $16, and actually have in-game results for certain games if you own a Wii U, new 3DS, or Switch. Funko Pop has a ton of great characters as well from tons of games like Overwatch or Crash Bandicoot, and they can be a lot of fun to collect. From a more functional perspective though, look into those extra large mouse pads. They're designed to hold a mouse, keyboard, and anything else you might want to organize on your desk. I bought one a couple months ago, and it's given my desk a new clean look, and it's honestly just like a lot of fun. It's cool to have that, like, the mouse can go anywhere on this pad. It's a huge space. They range in size though, so if you're worried, you should probably sneakily measure the desk, the keyboards they're using, and see how much space and room they have on their current mouse pad. Remember, this mouse has to have enough room next to the keyboard on the mat to like have room to move, so keep that all in mind. Finally, don't forget about books about the amazing art and design that goes into some of their favorite games. You'd be shocked about how much amazing design work and artistry goes into some of these games, and if they're a huge fan of one game in particular, they could really appreciate it. Some of these ideas are fairly general, so I've linked a ton of examples and some of my favorites below. So moving on to the $50 range. First we have the Steam Link, which I absolutely just love. This little box is for any gamer that has ever dragged their computer over to a TV just to see what it would be like. If it lets you stream your games from your main computer to whatever TV or screen you plug it into, and I use them all over my house. I bought it for the full $50 price tag when it was released, and it was definitely worth it. But it's on sale now for $30 on Amazon, and you can get it for low as $15 sometimes if you're lucky. Years ago, I dreamt of a device like this, and it works just as expected. What I will say as a warning though, is that this requires some really solid Wi-Fi in your house to get a good experience. And preferably, your gamer's PC is hardlined with an Ethernet cable into your home router. If your gamer's PC is running wirelessly, it might be a struggle because that's the source of the game, and it just won't work as well across the network. Not saying you can't try it, but if either of those things are iffy, it might not work as well for you. But there's also a decent range for some great peripherals like headsets and controllers, which can often be one of the last things that anybody worries about when they're playing games. But a good headset or controller can really make all the difference with the experience. The HyperX Stinger Cloud headset works on all consoles and PC, and it's well reviewed as being one of the better options in the $50 range. Or even better, the HyperX Cloud Core for a few dollars more is probably the better option. My advice would be though that if they care about the quality of the sound more than that, you think, which I can certainly appreciate, I love a good headset, you might be more careful about buying something without knowing exactly what they're looking for. Headsets even in the $80 to $150 range can sound very different from one another, and different people appreciate different features or different types of sound. I will suggest some $80 to $100 suggestions later, but I'm just saying, be careful. My mom doesn't have any idea what I like in terms of headsets, and that's fine. However, this is also a great price range for gaming mice. If they're still using the same old Dell mouse that came with your first computer, not only can a nicer mouse provide a cleaner and more consistent movement on screen, but my favorites also offer extra buttons on the side and top for extra functions. If you always catch them playing games like League of Legends, Dota 2, Overwatch, they will love something like the Razer Naga Hex V2 or Razer Naga Chroma. Both can go for higher than $50, but they are on sale for $45 right now. If they go back up, Look around for anything that says MMO gaming mouse or MOBA gaming mouse to get you in the right place. Companies like Logitech and Corsair also offer some great options at a lower price range. I use a mouse like this from Razer almost full time regardless of the type of game because I'm so addicted to the buttons on the side, I cannot give them up. Plus they light up, which is super cool. Newer controllers for their favorite console is also a great option, and standard versions can range from $35 to $45. Most of them you can also plug into a PC, which is pretty cool. I play most of my PC games with a controller actually, I just think it's more comfortable. I know it's not always the most exciting gift, but a new color controller when one of yours is falling apart can make all the difference in the world. But really exciting this year is the new SNES Pro controller, a throwback controller that will work with PC, Android, and the Switch, among others. It can be pre-ordered for $50 and should be released at the time of this video actually. Like I was talking about above, I'll link all this stuff below if you're more interested, and always feel free to ask me any questions in the comments or reach out directly in a message or an email. In the under $100 bracket, we run into some more of the fun stuff. If you've got a new PC gamer or maybe one that's trying to expand their library of games, the Humble Bundle subscription for 6 months will run you just over $60 and is one of the best values you can get for some awesome games that keep on giving halfway into next year. Every month you get gifted a few new games, and usually there's some really amazing values with some stuff you wouldn't even have thought about yourself thrown in. If after the first 6 months you or your gamer decide that it wasn't worth it, you still get to keep all the games you received over the first 6 months. On top of that, a portion of the proceeds go to charity. It's just a cool deal overall. Just as a note, I didn't think about it until this price range, but if you wanted to, a single month or 3-month subscription can be purchased. This is also where gaming, art, or collectibles can go from being just fun to a legitimately nice purchase. Katie bought me a framed picture of the Nintendo 64 patent a couple of years ago, and I love it. I can't find it right now, and I'm not sure how much it cost, but it definitely was less than $100. It was probably less than $50. I do stand by what I said earlier about being careful buying nicer headsets without chatting with your gamer first. But if you're still determined to get a headset in this price range, the HyperX Cloud 2 is another great option, well reviewed, and the big brother to my first suggestion. Another option would be the SteelSeries Arctis 3 or 5. All three of these are reviewed really well for audio quality and comfort, but it usually comes down to personal preference and style. Personally, I love the look and style of the Arctis headsets, and I've heard they're extremely comfortable, but the HyperX Cloud 2s also offer some really cool features, and I heard they're not uncomfortable either. This is also the price range for some of the nicer controllers, such as the Pro controller for the Switch, which I cannot recommend enough if they're just using the standard Switch and its little dockable controllers. But in the case where they have all this stuff or something they like better, you could get them a personalized option. Sites like BozZoned offer personalized controller for a premium price, usually around $80 to $100. While it is a lot for just a controller, it is pretty cool, and I doubt they're going to get them something like that themselves. You could also look around on sites like Etsy where people offer personalized stuff like that all the time. Katie got me a Chocobo controller a couple years ago, and it's amazing. I love it. So this last section is for all the random specialty items that are great gifts, but not necessarily for everyone. If your giftee loves a particular game and pretty much just sticks to that one, you can look into whether or not that game offers in-game currency. Well, in general, I don't love the practice. Some games offer some fun aesthetic items that can only be bought with in-game currency that can be purchased outside of the game. On the other hand, if your gamer loves Twitch or YouTube and is thinking of trying out streaming or video creation themselves, they might be holding back because of a lack of equipment. Hardware for recording games like the Elgato HD or Elgato HD60 are a perfect starting point for any streamer and run about $100 to $150 for each version. A nicer microphone for recording such as the Blue Snowball, Blue Yeti, or Audio-Technica 2020 are all great entry points that work out of the box via USB. You don't require anything else to record, and you can get up and rolling right away with your recording and video streaming. Finally, if they have that stuff, you could always work on a decent webcam. I love the Logitech C920, it's what I bought to start this, it's what this is being filmed on, and it can really improve the quality of the video. Yes, there's nicer stuff out there, but if they're just getting started, this is probably good enough. As a last-ditch effort, any Windows 10 tablet or laptop can be used to stream games via Steam the way the Steam Link works that I mentioned earlier. I personally love to stream to a tablet while sitting on the couch or something, so it could be a really cool idea depending on what kind of games they play and how. For instance, if they play with a mouse and keyboard, this isn't going to be the easiest solution unless you use the laptop option. The Xbox One is a similar function that would work with Windows 10 tablets too, so it's worth a look. But again, the same caveat applies about the network strength, the fact that your console or PC are hardlined into the router, otherwise you're going to probably struggle a little bit. These tablets and laptops can range anywhere from $100 to $1,000, so I'll leave that one up to you, but basically any Windows 10 laptop or tablet should be able to do it as long as it's running a full version of Windows 10. Everyone, I really hope this was helpful, and please leave any questions in the comments below, or toss me a message if you want a little more detail about anything I've mentioned here. I hope this gift guide has been helpful. I know how difficult it can be buying gifts for gamers that have everything they can possibly have, and they bought it the day it came out, not giving you any time to actually get them gifts. Have a great holiday, everybody. It's been an awesome year, and I really appreciate you all enjoying it with me, so I can't wait to see you guys in the new year. I don't know why I'm saying that. We got plenty of time left. Anyways, thanks for sticking around till the end. Have a good one, and happy holidays. See ya. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, you should totally think about subscribing. I've got videos coming out twice a week, and if you like this one, there's at least a chance you'll like some of the others that are very similar to this, so live dangerously. Let me know what you guys thought about the video in the comments and other videos you'd like to see. And finally, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Huntin for Games to keep up with all the latest stuff. See ya.